Hi there, it's Paul in Perth here. You would have noticed 2 videos ago on the video that I did about magnetising screwdrivers that I got a bit emotional there, and I didn't exactly explain why I was emotional, but I also left it in and I didn't apologise for it. So today I want to explain a bit about what's going on in my life, and that this channel is going to change a bit as of, well, probably as of 2 videos ago actually. I've got cancer. I've only found out in the last few weeks. This that you probably thought is a beer gut is actually a condition called ascites. And if you actually look back over my videos, you'll see that over the months, my arms and my legs and my face get skinnier and skinnier, but my belly doesn't. And there's a very real reason for that. And it's because my body has been burning fat for months now, but the ascites in my belly is getting bigger, and the reason it's doing that is because I've got cancer in my abdomen. Yesterday I went for a PET scan, and I get the results of that PET scan back 4 days from now. So at the moment there's things I do know and things I don't know. So what I know is that, and we've proven it with CT and Ultrasound, I have at the time an estimated 6 litres of ascites in my belly. I think in the last week it's become about 7 litres. So we know that's a fact. We know I've got ascites. I also had a blood test that came back positive. The blood test is called CA19-9. It's a non-specific test for tumours. And basically the CA19-9, you get a count at the end of that. And if you're in 0 to 37, that means you don't have cancer and you're fine. If you're 38 to 99, it means you probably have cancer, but it's still in one organ and it hasn't metastasised. Anything over 100 means you do have cancer in an internal organ within your abdomen, and it almost certainly has metastasised. So that's if it's over 100. My score on that test was 3,900. That means I won't know until I get my PET scan results next Tuesday, but it means in all likelihood I've got late stage, so stage 4, wholly metastasised cancer. The primary is probably in, sorry. The primary is probably in my pancreas, but we don't know that for a fact yet. We will know it after next Tuesday. Look, at the moment, the hard thing is not knowing, because I might have 3 to 6 months to live and it's inoperable. I might have 5 years to live and it is operable. I almost certainly don't have 10 years left to live. And I had plans, you know. So my channel's gonna change a bit. I'm gonna keep doing the car videos because I need to explain to you what these car videos were to me. I've never got married and I've never had children. And I had a really good relationship with my dad. And a lot of that good relationship was working on cars. We're not a rich family, so whenever the car broke down, it was us that had to fix it. And my dad, he was a really smart man, and he was also a really good teacher. So that was father-son bonding for me, was cars. So I had plans. Part of why I've been making these videos showing you how to do things is because I like doing with you what my father did with me, which is just to go, here's some knowledge, have it. It's my gift to you. And to me, for me, it was the truth of what a father-son relationship is, or it doesn't have to be father-son. I mean, it could be mother and daughter or any combination you want, but it's the passing on of knowledge from one generation to the next, because you want the next generation to benefit from your effort. And that's how I always thought about my videos, and that's why my videos are the way that they are. And so what I've decided to do is I'm gonna keep doing the videos as long as I can, but also as long as I can afford, because I've got obviously funeral expenses to think about now, and wills to organise and all of that kind of stuff. And organising the cars from the smashed up vehicle auctions and getting them towed here and taking them apart, making the videos. It does take time, but I do enjoy it. I have quit my job, so I don't have a job to go to during the week now. So I have the time to do it, and I have the will to do it. Whether or not I have the health to do it is another question. I am getting a lot of pain in my abdomen. The doctors have been really good about giving me pain medication, but I have found even just in the last 2 weeks that they're not helping me as much as they used to. And I'm on oxycodone at the moment, and the oxycodone is not completely addressing the pain anymore. So I may end up pretty soon needing to take something like straight up morphine or something like that, and that's probably going to wreck me pretty quickly, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So look, I'm going to try and do my videos and just be me, and just be that smiling guy that you've got used to. If you find me getting teary or getting philosophical or whatever, I'm pretty much going to leave it in, because this is me, and this is what I'm going through. So this is where we're at, okay? I'm 52. I think that's too young to die. I don't want to die. I had plans to do more than I'm going to get to do. So look, come with me on the journey. I'll make more videos. I'm going to brain dump everything I've got in my head. I've learned some pretty cool things over my life. I think I am a reasonably smart guy, and I think I do a reasonable job of making instructional videos. And I did used to be a teacher, so if you're wondering why, I did used to teach computing for quite a while. And I've also done teaching English as a second language. So I do have teaching skills, and I am going to be using those to make instructional videos for you. I've done so much work on the BL Mazda 3 that I might as well just keep going on the BL Mazda 3 and just document everything about it. So that'll be my body of work that I will leave after I passed away, and the world can have it. It gets back to what I said about. I kind of alluded to it when I did that screwdriver, magnetizing the screwdriver video, which is talking about passing on your knowledge, but also sort of immortality. So I'm not religious. I certainly don't believe in sort of the Christian view of there is a heaven and all of that kind of stuff, but it doesn't mean that I don't believe in some form of immortality. And the form of immortality I'm talking about is immortal influence. So, as I talked about in that magnetisation video, my dad taught me that. And my dad died in 1997, so that's 26 years ago. And yet I was able to pass that knowledge onto you 26 years after he died. And hopefully, what I liked about that magnetisation video is, whilst the BL Mazda 3 eventually will not exist anymore, that won't, in 50 years time, there's going to be no BL Mazda 3s left on the road. So those videos aren't going to be particularly useful references in and of themselves. What I liked about that how to magnetise a screwdriver video is the laws of physics will be the same in 50 years time, which means that video will still be a lesson that can be taught 50 years from now, 500, 1,000 years from now, because the laws of physics are always going to be the laws of physics. And that feeds back to what I was saying earlier about immortal influence. So I'm gonna do all these videos on BL Mazda 3s, and that's going to be great until the BL Mazda 3 is off the road. I'm also I'll try and do, in my back catalogue, you'll see I've also done some videos on understanding binary mathematics and understanding hexadecimal mathematics, because things like maths and physics are immortal. They never change. So they're really good things to discuss and to teach, because they're the same now as they were 2,000 years ago. They're going to be the same in another 2,000 years, except we'll hopefully understand more about them. So I think those are really valuable things. But in terms of, I can do more videos on the BL Mazda 3 than what I can do on physics. But here's the thing. When my dad taught me to work on cars, we were working on an EJ Holden, and we were working on a LC Tirana and an old Toyota Corona that Dad had. So those cars are barely on the road now either. And yet the mechanical principles that he taught to me are still relevant. So that means even if I do these videos on the BL and the BL doesn't exist anymore, if I've at least imparted to you that here is the process that you go through to unravel what seems like a difficult problem and break it down into more simple problems, then that'll be a really good thing. And I'll be proud of that. What I wanted to do, I don't know if I'm going to have, it depends on my diagnosis on Tuesday, whether I've got enough lifespan left to do this. What I was going to do in the future was I was going to do a series of parent-child videos, like, and I, look, for me it was father-son, right? But I don't dispute that it could be father-daughter, mother-son, mother-daughter, or, if you're in a trans situation or whatever. The actual gender doesn't bother me. The thing is, though, that it's from an older generation to a younger generation. I was going to do a series of videos for, here's a 5-minute thing to do with your child on the weekend. So I do like, how to check the oil, how to top up the coolant, how to put the tyres at the right inflation. And my idea of that series was that you people in YouTube land would embrace that and go, yeah, that's pretty cool. Like I'm spending some time with my child this weekend, and yeah, I'll teach them how to put their tyres at the correct inflation. That's just something I can do that will have that older generation, younger generation bonding, mentoring element to it. Because for me, that was just what is the essence of what was so great about my relationship with my dad. Was my dad would just go, come on, Paul, we'll teach you how to, there was like the brake shoes on the Tirana. I remember we changed those. I was like, come on, Paul, I'll show you how brake shoes go on and off. And it was, I mean, in the first case, you're learning a skill, but really, and probably more importantly, is you're bonding. You've got that good, healthy relationship going on with, in my case, it was obviously with my father, but even if it wasn't your father, even if it was like a father figure or a mother figure or just a mentor, it was that thing of a mentor and a mentee and going, here's some knowledge I've got and you currently don't have it, but I want you to have it. There it is. It's a free gift from me to you. So, look, I'll know more after Tuesday, and maybe if I can start that series, I'll start that series. But if not, I think even just with the explanation I've given you then, that you'll get the idea, and you can make them up for yourself. How to inflate tires, how to check the oil in your car, how to check the coolant level, brake fluid, power steering fluid. How to fix up the seat belts when they stop retracting. There's a trick you can clean those up and make them work again. If I don't have enough lifespan left to make them, you get the idea. I want you to run with it. All right. All right. I talked a lot more than I thought I would. I thought this was going to be a 3-minute video, and I haven't checked, but it's longer than 3 minutes. So this is where my life's at. Didn't turn out how I planned, but I'd love for you to stay on the journey with me, and we'll see how this goes. Okay? So stay cool from Paul in Perth. All right? Talk soon. See ya.